This message is for all my Gateway kids. All the Gateway kids, I just had a vision about you guys this morning on March the 3rd, 2026, on the blood moon. Come on in, y'all. Y'all must know what your handlers are about to do with all of you guys right now. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. So, Gateway kids, I'm not here to scare you or anything like that. When I say by handlers, I mean the mad scientists that did the experimentations on you. I know you guys are finally awakening to what happened to you as children. I don't know for sure if the Gateway program is that still going on or not. But this morning when I had the vision about you guys, I was in a experimentation facility or a cloning facility. I am looking at a man that is looking at pictures of all of you guys on a database. They still have pictures of all of you guys in a computer, in a chip, and they have categorized all of you guys, okay? So when I had this vision around the blood moon, I am in the physical, but I'm also in the astral. So I'm right in the middle, enough for me to still wake up, grab my flashlight, write down what I'm seeing in my vision, and I ended up with 3 pages worth of things about all of you. You are the second most exhausting vision, informative vision that I've ever had since I received my gifts, okay? My first most exhausting and shocking gift that I had was when I found out where the giants are. And yes, the giants are still alive. I do know where they're at. It's just a time and place to talk about that. But I want to talk about the Gateway kids because there's something coming for all of you concerning your gifts, okay? So in this facility, I am looking at a database with the Caucasian man with a white coat on, and he's looking at every single one of you guys' pictures in a database. I look at 5 rows of these children's faces. So the way that you guys can visualize this, vision a yearbook. They have every single one of your pictures with your name and your special capabilities. I see 5 rows of kids in the database profile. Now, this is what the spirit is telling me while I'm looking through all of you guys' pictures. He's scrolling and he's categorizing all of you. This is why. They are looking for the children to help them break the firmament. Help is needed in combat. So if you do not know, you should have known that, America and Israel are fighting in Iran. If you don't see the explosions, the missiles, again, if you go look back at my previous visions, I said that I've seen missiles. I have seen people dying in combat, 100 troops. They are going to perish, become unalive. This is the beginning, essentially, of the end. But they need you for assistance. So help is needed in combat. They are going to take them out of the sleeper spell. So from my understanding, when we were children, they made us go through like a series of vision tests, auditory tests, mathematical tests. They made you look through a series of cards. They made you solve like equations, words. I remember when I was young, I remember hearing in my head to just lie, make it up. Because I remember seeing a teacher, she was like, oh, it's not going to count towards like your grades or anything like this. We're just doing this to test. And I was like, okay, walking up to a man, not even a man, it was 2 Caucasian men in some Scooby-Dooby looking van trying to test my hearing and sending frequencies through my ear. And I remember swinging my legs, my feet, and I hearing in my head, lie, lie. So if you weren't in that program, understand that you were heavily protected. I'm not saying the people that were in the program were not, but understand they were using you for something that they seen within inside of you, okay? So this sleeper spell reminds me that they were swishing some pink stuff in you guys' mouth. Spirit is telling me they can use the pink stuff again to wake you up out of the sleeper spell. They can use an injection or they can send a frequency. So a frequency, if you ever seen a playboard or chess, checkers, or anything like that, remember how black folks, we be like, oh, you knocking me off my square, you knocking me off my square. They can just ping you right at the forehead and wake you up out of that spell. We are all under the spell. This is why you're on earth, to figure out who you are. But these mad scientists have found a way to wake you up temporarily to use you in your gifts, okay? So, they're going to take them out of the sleeper spell. And it can be done like a serum or a frequency to force them to wake up and use their gifts. They will use their gifts to help them escape judgment. Now, if you don't know, they're hiding underground. They're trying to go to the moon and Mars and all that type of stuff. The Great Mother has already told me that that's not going to work. They're finding new methods to run from judgment, okay? Chaos, it all has to come down. A system that was built on lies and chaos must all come down in order to bring new life, new realms, new dimensions, okay? The people that were not supposed to be on this planet must get booted off, okay? You're a defect in the program. So, the Gateway Kids, what has been said to me, if you look at this right here, it says, Gateway, Stargate, break the firmament, leave the world behind. They said it in just that order. Gateway, Stargate, break the firmament, leave the world behind. Then on my next page, I wrote this. I'm not a good drawer, but these are pillars. If you ever seen two pillars in a doorway, it's the same with you. They're trying to get through the firmament. They're trying to break through new dimensions, but they need the people with the light to help them. And they're doing it in the form of manipulation. This is why in my book, I draw a doorway, because all my visions and dreams, I have breaking through dimensions, breaking through astral realms, getting to new planets through these doorways. The Matrix, the key maker, remember he had all the keys to every single doorway. He had the backdoor codes to get through here. You can too if you put your mind to it. Scientists in white coats are scrolling through a database to see which child to wake up. They are doing a few at a time and placing you all into groups. So groups is maybe you can bend things. Maybe you can shoot things out like lasers with your eyes. Maybe you are good at math that is beyond this realm, because I watched a few Gateway children's videos, and it amazes me how much they abuse you guys and everything like that. But they did it in a way to activate. Remember, it's an activation. It's a technique to turn you on, okay? And get your gifts, but they're using it for nefarious reasons, okay? So the Gateway Kids, how they explained it to me, is property. They call you all expensive cattle. Now, if you don't know the difference between kids and children, if you ever look at a Baphomet sign and you look at the hands as above, so below, and they turn something that was once good, yes it is, I have to do a different video on that, they see you as properties of the goat, properties of the Baphomet, properties of Satan, okay? They are using you to help them escape judgment by using your gifts for nefarious reasons. So I'm going to stop this video right here, and we need to do part 2.